speaking of Canadian things, we are going to talk about Canadian politics, which, if you listen to this podcast, I called this bullshit because it was going to be bullshit. And I called it, listen to it. I called this shit. Annamie Paul, the former, soon to be former leader of the Green Party, has resigned. Now, the reason is because of the lower votes. The Green Party pulled out lower than the PPC, which is incredibly slow when it comes to votes. But they did get people elected, though, which is the cool thing. Like, they did get two elected. The PPC did not. Uh, but they got way lower votes than their previous encounter of the election. Annamie Paul has been under scrutiny since she had the leadership, and she was going to be in a review, I think, in November. So she did the right thing. Oh, well, not the right thing. I think she did what the only thing that needed to be done, which was resign. I will ask you guys again. This is not shocking, but we'll see what's going on. Hillary, what's your thought about it?
I'll ask a question first, just because you do know more about Canadian politics than I do. If she wouldn't have resigned, would there have been a way to force her out of this position?
Yes, with her review, they were going to review her, and probably they're going to say that she was not a fit, and they were going to kick her out. So yes.
Okay. So it was okay. I mean, I agree with you. I think that, like you called it, it was inevitable. You even said that if she doesn't get her riding, it'll probably end up this way. And she did not get her riding, just like Maxime Bernier did not get his riding. The rest of them did. I think that it's unfortunate just because, like we've talked about, we like seeing Black women in power, but like I guess she was dealt an unfair hand, but also like this has been chaotic for the last like what 6 months, ever since like the Free Palestine comments and everything. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if it was a joke or not, but I saw someone tweeting that they should either reinstate Elizabeth May again or elect somebody else, but who would basically double down on the anti-Semitism comments or and be more racist, anti-prejudice. So I don't know what's going to happen. I hope whatever choice they make, that they do increase their voter share, just because I don't really dislike the Green Party. I don't think that they're rooted in hatred like the PPC. So I don't know. Not shocking.
Clinton, what's your opinion about it?
With Annamie Paul, I mean, yeah, it makes perfect sense for her to resign and step down because the review was pretty much going to be automatic. They're probably going to be doing a review even of Aaron O'Toole, who I said last week didn't do like a horrible job during the election. But with Annamie Paul, I mean, this leader has been fighting for her position since May and even before that. Since the moment they gave her the leadership, she's simply been fighting just for the title of being the leader. Clearly, the Green Party wasn't ready for her or a Black woman or anything like that to begin with. Why would she continue to fight now when the Greens have had so much wrong done against them and have lost so much? Yeah, it's better for her, I think, to focus on other things in her career. She's a smart, pretty charismatic person. Stepping down was definitely the right idea. And among other things, a lot of people want to blame the comment she made about the Israel-Palestinian conflict and how they need to have a ceasefire and come to the table and have a resolution and stuff. And she got, for her inability, because she didn't label it as genocide, they tore her to pieces. But I feel like I remember Joe Biden doing the same thing, calling for a ceasefire so they could have peace talks and have an understanding on both sides. And what did they do with Joe Biden? They elected him the president of the United States of America. Whereas with Annamie Paul, she said a very similar thing, and she's been being torn to shreds ever since. So more power to her. She must be exhausted. I wouldn't continue to fight to be the leader of that party either at this point, after all the mud she's been drugged through. And yeah, I think we've already said this. She should write a book, tell her story, and she probably has a lot of other options for a really amazing thing she could be doing in her career as well.
Now that was going to be one of my follow-up questions, but I will say this. Now, the reason why like the main difference that we cannot compare Joe Biden with Annamie Paul is that Joe Biden was against Donald Trump, so he was the lesser of all evils. Uh, Trudeau is not a Donald Trump by any means. I mean, but I mean, it's not like the difference in there is that I think Biden, the only thing that would not get him elected is he going naked in a storefront and like wiggling something at a woman. I think that's the only way that he wouldn't get elected. Go ahead.
Probably still would have.
I was going to say a mild reminder though too that it was close, wasn't it? 70 million Trump and 71 million Biden. Like it wasn't this same like landslide failure that the Green Party's having of only 2.3% vote share.
Well, yeah, that one, and the other thing is that our systems are different, right? Like the system in the United States is way different than the system in Canada, so it is a bit the comparison. It could be it can be related. Now, I will say
But
this. Go ahead. Sorry.
it's just one other factor is though they both said something very similar and different systems, and yeah, they were voting for the lesser evil. But look how quickly it blew over. Look how quickly those comments were swept under the rug and forgotten about. Whereas with Annamie Paul, she's been living that down for the past 5 months.
Well, and that's the difference. That was one of the difference. The difference is the party as well. Like the Green Party is not like the Liberals or the Conservatives or even the NDP. The Liberal have a more open system. Like they don't have members, right? The Liberal Party has members. The Conservative have members. They have something called delegates, which they all have an opinion. So if I'm a Green Party delegate or whatever, I can express my voice against whoever the hell I want to, right? And they have to listen to me, which is it's kind of cool. But in the worst part is that people don't fall in line like in the Liberals. In the Liberals, there's the leader. You remember, you follow the leader. That is it. And the Green Party is like there's a leader, but the leader has to listen to all of us. So that is one thing that also which I think is bad on the Green Party, because in politics that's just a clusterfuck. But in any case, I will ask another thing. What do you guys think she should stay in politics?
No.
Why?
I just feel like if she's having such a hard time and so I don't want to say hated, but treated with such animosity and disdain. And like Clinton said, it's been 5 months that those comments were made and no one's getting over it. I don't know that anyone will ever be able to take her out of this mold or pigeonhole that they've already put her in. And I think that you'd have to do quite a bit to then change people's minds about of their already preconceived notions about her, which are unfortunate because they mainly come from just like being a Black woman. That's my
What
take.
What about you, Clinton? Do you think she should stay in politics?
I don't know. I guess I'd have to read her book when it comes out to even decide on that, because I don't know enough about her, why she ran, why she wanted to be in politics to begin with. I mean, if she's really passionate about being in politics for the right reason and wants to instigate change and do great things, and no, she shouldn't let that shit like knock her down and make her give up. She should keep fighting for what she believes in. If she's exhausted and she doesn't want to do it anymore, then she should. But it would really be up to her. I I think people, I don't know if it was the people that wouldn't let her forget or the people in the Green Party and the media that wouldn't let the public forget. Like, I think the public would have gotten over it really quickly if the media and the people within her own party, should she be in politics in the Green Party? Probably not. Probably never again. That doesn't mean she should give it up completely. So I'm gonna like sort of abstain from giving a concrete answer. I think if she wants to be, she should, and if she doesn't, then she should give it up.
Okay, I think that's fair. So I am gonna do something that I don't do often, but I will do today. I will give you can call it a read, you can call it a lecture, you can call it a rant, you can call it whatever. But I am gonna do it anyways because I think it's just a platform. Now, dear Green Party, if Green parties are listening, I will let you get. You guys kind of fucked up on this one. One, because you didn't let something refreshing, something new, because you guys did not support to have a Black woman in power when there's a lot of people. Now, I will say this. I'm not gonna just give it to the Green Party. I'm also gonna give it to Annamie Paul. You were in a people's management. You didn't know how to manage people. You had pre-elected people that you shouldn't control, that you shouldn't be serving, because that was the whole base of your party. And once you got a position, then you should tell everybody fall in line, but you didn't do that. You just let your opinion because you were a green. Now you realize that being a green also fucked you up. Now, I will say to the Green Party, get yourself another white woman, blonde, like the one you had before, to get back the voters that you got. Please don't say anything about it was not racism, it was not discrimination, because if I'm Annamie Paul, I am going to throw you under the bus, because that's the only thing I have in mind. I am bitter, I am upset, I am sad that all these motherfuckers went against me for no reason other than I said my Jewish opinion. Great. Now, having that said, Annamie Paul, uh, we still want you to come to this show. I think you'll have time now.
Yes.
Uh, if you don't, please write a book, put an essay, write a Medium post. I don't know, do something so we can get this tea. To the Green Party, shout out to the Green Party of New Brunswick and the people that we know. Uh, Again, I know you guys have want diversity. I know you guys are want to do stuff, but unfortunately, you guys are not ready for black and brown people to be leaders there. That's just a fact. And whoever gets this leadership of the Green Party, please make sure you get elected. Because if you don't get elected, they're gonna fuck you up. So unless you're a white woman, that they'll say, give her another shot, or give her, or a white man, give him another shot, because that's what's gonna happen. Maybe I don't know, maybe an Asian can pull that off too, because there's a large Asian community in Toronto. So they might be able to do that. But again, that's all I have to say to the Green Party. Again, I think also you realize that people that are traitors, it's not that bad because Janica got elected anyways. So nothing really happened.
Snap. Shots fired.
That's
Go ahead.
fired.
And on
No.
that Dear Green Party note, I just want to let everyone know that Dear White People, the Netflix season 4 just came out this week. Dear White People, if you haven't seen it, watch it. And anyone else, you should watch it too, because it's a badass show.